Dior, the history of creation and development. Christian Dior was born in 1905 in Granville in a wealthy family of entrepreneurs, but already in 1911 the family moved to Paris after improving their financial situation. Like many parents at that time, Dior's father and mother wanted their son to become a diplomat. The young man, under pressure, entered the School of Political Science, but he didn't connect his life with politics. Christian loved to draw from an early age and wanted his life to be somehow connected with art. After studying at school for 3 years, Dior dropped out and together with a friend opened an art gallery. There he sold paintings, including Georges Braque, Pablo Picasso, Henri Matisse, artists who are now known to a wide range of people. Things were going pretty well for a while until trouble came to the Dior family. Firstly, his mother died of cancer, then his brother was found to have a serious mental illness, and after that Christian's father went broke and died. The young man, who had never known poverty before, found himself in a difficult financial situation. Because of this, he had to close the gallery and think about how to improve his position. How the brand developed. Designer Robert Piquet noticed Dior's talented sketches. In 1941, he invited Christian to work at the fashion house Lucien Lelong. Despite the devastation, in 1941 Dior opened his own perfume shop. After that, it grew into a large company called Christian Perfume Dior. After the end of the war in 1946, Christian founded a fashion house under their own name. This year was the beginning of a new brand that has been leading for the fashion world for more than 70 years. The first collection was released a year after the foundation of the fashion house. He breathed the new colors into fashion and in general into the life of the city. Post-war Paris was destroyed. The roads were muddy, there were water shortages and other hardships. But people already wanted to be surrounded by the beautiful, and this beautiful was the new collection from Christian Dior. In this first show, the designer showed clothes with a completely new concept for that time. The models came out in dresses, skirts, and jackets that accentuated their waist, hips, and chests. The outfits were incredibly feminine, something that was so lacking in a country that had just survived the war. The bar suit became the symbol of the collection. It consisted of a full pleated skirt, a silk jacket with a rounded peplum, and a fancy hat. By the way, Dior hats have an unusual appearance. They look like inverted salad bowls or mushroom caps. Style of Dior. The designer rarely used rich colors in his collections. He was an adherent of calm colors: black, white, gray, smoky gray, beige. Embroidery was also present in dresses. There was not much of it, so that it didn't distract attraction from the outfit itself. Clothing from Dior was attractive for its cut, not the print. Christian insisted that it wasn't just the dress that made a woman beautiful. For a successful image, the hairstyle, shoes, accessories, and of course the fragrance are important. He gives a woman an identity. In 1947, the first fragrance Miss Dior was released, which had pronounced notes of lily of the valley, the designer's favorite flower. A little later, Diorama and Diorissima was released. The new look style was not immediately adopted. For example, in America, where women valued comfort, the first Dior collection was received ambiguously. The American women found the clothes too narrow and uncomfortable. Especially for the American market, Christian has released two collections that have already been received with a bang. New history of Dior. In 1957, Christian Dior died at the age of 52 while on vacation in Italy. Yves Saint Laurent ran the house from 1957 to 1960. A year after his appointment, he presented his first collection, Trapezoids. This is a line of dresses, skirts, outwear which had a sharply defined trapezoidal shape. This cut gave the outfits a flavor and freshness, due to which this collection was most liked by young girls. What Yves Saint Laurent proposed was markedly different from Dior's styles. The latter honored the smooth, rounded lines that perfectly fit the formed female figures. Clothes from the new couturier had a clear geometric shape, a little roof. but the young people liked it. In 1960, Yves Saint Laurent created another collection, the Beatnik. It was a clothing line represented by cropped motorcycle jackets and suits worn over a turtleneck. It was fresh and bold, but the fashion house's investors didn't like it at all. In the same time, at the request of sponsors, Yves Saint Laurent left the house of Dior. After that, the company was managed by Marc Bohan. During the 28 years of his reign, he completely redesigned the style of Dior. As the designer himself said, he creates clothes for real women, not for those who walk on the catwalk or appear in a magazine. This change in style was not liked by everyone, and gradually interest in bread faded. Bone was relegated in 1989. He returned the brand to its original style, feminine, refined, and refined. Ferrer's first collection was a resounding success, but after 7 years he left home to develop his clothing line. After that, the Dior house was headed by first Joan Galliano and then by Ralph Simmons, who brought incredible success to the brand. During their nature, the company's turnover grew by 60%. Since 2016, the brand has been headed by Maria Grazia Curie. Just like Bone, it is aimed at everyday life and a young audience. Her outfits are distinguished by comfort, while they trace the incredible femininity that the founder of the brand has always adhered to. As Curie herself said, she will stick to the concept of Christian Dior's style, but will create collections that are more dynamic, which will suit energetic people. And of course, thank you for your attention.